Welcome back to the breakdown and welcome to Vlogmas. Yes, that thing that many YouTubers do through the month of December where they produce regular content that's a little outside their normal, more of a vlog style. And today I'm going to kick it off by answering your questions and giving you a little tour of this tiny little studio we built here. I wanted to kind of give you a chance to learn a little bit more about me as a person and what we're doing here, what we're hoping to build. Talk about that there. But first, if you're new here and you like this kind of stuff, even though it's not our usual videos, do me a big favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It really does help us because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. But yes, we are busy here trying to get everything ready for a trip down to Texas. If you watched my channel update video from a few weeks ago, you saw I talked about the fact that I have to go to Texas for about a week and a half. And unfortunately, I'd rather not be traveling right now with everything happening. But with Army orders come responsibility, and we have to be where the Army tells us as a family to be, or more specifically, my wife does, and I have to help her get there. But to kind of fill in the gap, I have pre-produced some content for the next week and a half, some regular breakdown type content for this channel. I have some regular review videos I will be posting also, like the one I posted yesterday. But we're going to be doing a little bit of vlogging type style videos. Today, starting off with answering some of the questions you submitted. Now, this is just some of the questions I received. If I didn't answer a question that you want, leave me a comment. Leave me a comment here. I'm going to do another one of these videos probably next week. And I'm going to do one with my wife. So if you have a question for my wife also, like how does she put up with me, leave that in the comments down below, and we'll pick out a few and answer them next week. But stay tuned to the end of this video where I'll give you a quick tour of this new studio, give you an idea what we're doing here with the channel. So let's get started answering your questions on this Vlogmas video. Starting off with, from Jess over at a place called Cord Cutters News, what shows are you streaming now that you have more time? And that one's a little interesting. So a few things. Reading a lot more. Reading's become a big thing this year for me. I've really been behind on reading, so I've really enjoyed catching up on that. Right now I am reading Tom Clancy's Red Storm Rising. I have read quite a few others out there, and I'll tell you them in a moment here. But for shows, I've actually just finished the new Star Trek Lower Decks, which I really enjoyed. So of the new Star Trek shows, Picard, Discovery, and Lower Decks, I have to say it's Lower Decks. Really enjoyed kind of moving the story forward. I know Discovery jumped way forward. It's kind of fun to, I want to see that gap, right? I want to know what happened there. Picard would probably be next, and then Discovery. Now, I've enjoyed Discovery Season 3, but I must say Season 1 and 2 weren't my favorite. Though I think they're really doing a nice reset on the show right now. So I'm going to give them a little bit more chance before I maybe look at flipping Picard or moving them up and more. But overall, been very, very happy with the new Star Trek shows. Though I still wish we would get something that would kind of go from the end of the Enterprise Voyager timeline, kind of going forward, filling in those gaps. I know Discovery jumped way forward. I think it'd be fun to get that little gap there. But for books, football. Been watching a lot of football too. But for books here, a little bit here, of course, Red Storm Rising from Tom Clancy. There's a new book that I'm going to finish on this trip, or start reading and probably finish on the trip, called from Ian Douglas, Bright Light, which is a Star Carrier sci-fi book. I do have Ready Player 2 from Ernest Cline. I probably butchered that name. I apologize. But I've also been reading a lot of historical books recently out there on the Mexican-American War, Spanish War, Civil War, kind of just getting my history fix in through that too. So that's a lot of what I've been reading. So let's keep moving along. Now you know what I'm watching. All right, next up, come on, there we go. My iPad's fingerprint reader didn't work. All right, is video blogging, or these videos in general, my only job? No, it's not my only job. I am doing a tiny bit of consulting on the side, but this is my primary focus. I'm actually very happy with how the growth is happening with it. Actually, it's happening faster than what I think it is. I know you're probably saying, Luke, the channel seems so small. Well, we actually just had our best month ever. A huge thank you to everybody out there for that. Very happy with the growth in the channel, the type of content we're seeing. Seems to be connecting with people. And the truth is, 99% of YouTube channels grow very slowly. My previous one grew very slowly. It's like, oh, it was so big. It was big almost 6-7 years after I really was working at it. So the growth in this channel is better than I ever expected. Thank you. But I am going to be putting a lot more into this. I do have a few other projects in the works, but I am trying to right now take a little time to kind of get myself back in shape, kind of take care of my body, start allergy shots here. It's been a big focus, get these sinus problems I've had all my life under control. And I have a hip injury I'm dealing with a little bit, which has set back my plans to get in the gym and lose weight and play more golf. But I got an MRI when I come back on my hip. Sounds like we may just do some steroid shots. We'll wait and see how that plays out. But yes, the YouTube channel and my other ones. I got a video gaming channel too, which I'll put a link to if you want to watch me play some video games down below. And honestly, just trying to have some fun on YouTube, do different things on that other channel. All right, how important do I think college is? Now, this is a tough one. I always get hate mail when I say this. I think college is important, but college is only important when you know what you want to do with it. College is very expensive just to go to school to discover yourself, right? If you're not sure what you want to do in life, college is kind of an expensive way to go figure that out. I would encourage people who are unsure what they want to do to go spend a year or two in the workforce, save up a little bit of money so they can go to college without maybe as much debt, and maybe experiment with a few jobs. Think you want to do office work? Try to get a job, something related to office, even if it's entry level. You always say the male boy, male girl, whatever it is that starts you off, start there and see where it takes you, because you never know. Though I think college can help you once you know. One of the best things I ever did was not go directly to college. I did a year of community college, worked, and then went back to college. I was very focused. I knew what I wanted. I knew where I was going. I have a lot of friends who went to college, got very expensive student loans, and then ended up not liking what they went to college for. Happens more often than you think. So yeah, college is important, but first know what you want to do. While you do that, maybe take some night classes to kind of discover what you want to do there. All right, do I still pay attention to the world of cord cutting? Yes, I follow Jess every day over at Cord Cutter Zeus, and I try not to bug her too often. But sorry, Jess, I probably do bug her with some of my messages. But following Cord Cutter's news very closely, love keeping up to date on the world of cord cutting. And I'll recommend you do the same. Do I miss working at Cord Cutter's News? Yeah, I really miss the people at Cord Cutter's News. Thankfully, I've been able to keep in touch with a lot of them. I've been able to keep in touch with you, the fans. Probably the thing I miss most is the sense of breaking news in the heat, beyond the friendships and all that. But in the moment of, ooh, we got something, we're breaking, we're the first, we're racing to be the first, we're racing to get you some important information as it happens. I miss that adrenaline rush. That was a lot of fun. And I also probably the next one would be the YouTube channel. I really love those daily videos. But I'm doing this here, and I really love it. So, next question up. What is my very favorite video game console and video games? Favorite console would probably be the PlayStation 2, followed by the Sega Genesis, and original Nintendo probably tied there. Favorite games, and probably some of that too is the fact that when Cord Cutter's News took off, I did not have the time to game. I deliberately never bought a PlayStation 4 until after I sold the company, because I didn't want to waste too much time on it. But my favorite games probably are Grand Theft Auto 3, college football. I do love the NCAA games, wish there was a new one. Final Fantasy 7, really enjoyed the remake, loved the original. They're just a few of my favorites. Follow Luke BK on YouTube for video game content for me. I'm going to do a lot more of that when I get back from our trip. What do you think of the XFL? I think it's great. Really too bad the pandemic happened and put a crank in their ability to be successful. I think they had something going there. I think there is room for a spring league in the United States for football. Hopefully they are successful. What are my favorite teams? So for college football, Michigan. College sports in general, Michigan. Baylor is probably second. Lived close to Baylor for a long time. Enjoyed going to Baylor. Cheap games, lots of fun. For pro, Chicago Bulls. So I'm not much of an NBA fan as I was when I grew up. Huge basketball player. Played basketball in high school and more. Past that, I don't really do a lot of sports. Probably the Tigers for baseball if I'm just flipping around. NFL, I live by the Detroit Lions. Can you even get excited about that? I don't know. You let me know. But those are the main sports I follow. And that is the big questions. So I hope you enjoyed getting to know a little bit more about me, which hopefully helps you know me as somebody other than just a reporter. Thank you so much for your support. The YouTube channel set records for traffic this or the month of November, since it's December now. Very excited to see where December goes. I don't know if we can top November. That was a really good month, but we're going to keep just steadily producing content, keep steadily moving forward. Thanks for your support. Let me know what you enjoy. Do you have more questions you want me to answer? I'll do another video next week. I have some big plans for December. On this trip, Texas is a little bit more open than Michigan. Okay, it's a lot more open than Michigan. Michigan's pretty well locked down right now. But I'm going to try to hit a few places when I'm in Texas, do a little filming, assuming they don't close, assuming I got to confirm a few of them will allow filming in there. But we're going to be doing a lot more videos, maybe more destination videos, more interesting videos and content. I have pre-produced some, so keep that in mind. But I'm going to now jump out. We're going to do a little video here about the studio that we built here. It's a little bit of a work in progress. I got kind of a theory here, or I'm going to put a high table here with a computer here where I can do live streams. So when I get back, try to do some Q&As and more. Probably to figure out how to run an Ethernet into this room to make sure we have good internet to do that though. But hang in there. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video tour. That'll be the end of it today. I'll be back tomorrow with a regular breakdown video, and then more videos coming next week. And throughout this week, actually, I'll probably have one more on top of that. So I thank you, everybody, for your support. Take care, everybody. Be safe. I'll talk to you all real soon. Hello, everybody. Today, with us giving you a little look at who I am at the start of Vlogmas, I thought it'd be kind of cool to show you the new review lab / studio. Now, this is very small compared to the old one I had down in Texas, but now I'm just in my home, not in a big office building. And honestly, this works just perfectly for me. Now, I have a few different configurations I can do this in, and I'm currently got it set up in product review. I've been reviewing some products I'll be rolling out over the next week and a half while I'm gone. But that's what I've been doing in here the last couple days. And as you can see, it's kind of a mess. I was about to clean it, and then I said, hey, you know what? This is what a review lab really looks like when you're at the height of your work sometimes. And that's what we got. So, pardon the mess. Confession, when I'm reviewing a lot of products back to back over days, when I'm opening up the packaging, I often just kind of dump it on the floor here, and then I come and clean it later. So, confession, not always the cleanest reviewer. This lab is usually a lot more tidy. But this is an old walk-in closet off a spare bedroom, and I took out all the shelves. The previous owner had just shelves after shelves all on the walls here for storage. Well, I missed the storage. The review lab is really nice here. I installed all of this sound paneling all the ways around. Probably gonna get a little bit more. And then I got a backdrop here. There's actually a TV mounted behind the wall there that never really worked out. It kind of felt like it looked too much like what I used to do. So I decided not to use the TV as a backdrop, but it's there if I ever wanted it in the future for something. I bought this canvas backdrop here off of Amazon. Works really well. When you look at it in person, it doesn't look that convincing as brick, but when you light it properly with these lights, it looks really nice. Now, I have two primary lights when I'm doing regular videoing here. I do have a bunch of smaller lights, which unfortunately one fell down, laying down there. Got a bunch of smaller lights like this that work pretty well. That I use to light this space. I wish it was bigger. I always wanted to get a bigger review lab. I worked really hard trying to find bigger offices back when I owned the other company, the other channel. But no matter what I did, we never quite got it right. I really wanted a room where I could have an area dedicated for reviews with cameras and all that, all perfectly lit for unboxings, and then an area for when I'm on camera talking. Unfortunately, I've never been able to pull that off. I've never had the right space or size to do it, or earlier on it was an equipment issue. You know, cameras and lighting are kind of expensive when you were starting out from nothing. It's kind of expensive to drop $1,000 into all that just to have redundant spaces where you don't have to move the cameras. But for now, this works. Maybe someday the channel keeps growing, I'll go get another office space, and then I can have two dedicated areas One for unboxing reviews, one for when I'm talking. But there you go. There is a quick look at the new studio. This is where the magic happens mostly. Now, let's kind of keep moving. We'll talk again real soon.